Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Vanessa and today we are going to be making a table placemat. So it's going to be comprised of hexagon granny motifs. So we are going to make motifs that are in three colors. We're going to use, I chose burnt orange, I chose brown, coffee brown, and then this is more or less like khakis. 7 motifs to make one table placemat. So let's get right into it. And like we said before, we'll be needing yarn. So this is polyester macrame. We need a pair of scissors. We need a hook size 4. I'm using 4mm. Then we need a darning needle to weave in the ends, and we need a lighter. Okay, let's start. So we are going to make one motif. I'm going to show you how that is made. So we'll start with a magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your fingers twice. You'll have something like this. Do this, go in with the hook, yarn over, pull through. So that's a magic ring. So we are going to chain 3. So this will serve as our first double crochet. So we're going to be working with double crochets. So the first 3 chains that we've made are going to serve as our first double crochet. So we're going to go in with another double crochet to make it two double crochets now. See? So we are going to do we're going to make 6 clusters of 2 double crochet each. So we've made 1 cluster. We're going to chain 2, yarn over, go into the ring, so that's the first double crochet of the second cluster. We're going to make another double crochet. So those are 2 clusters. Remember, we said we need 6 clusters. We're going to chain 2, yarn over, get into the ring, make a double crochet. So after 2 double crochets, you chain 2 to start another cluster. 1, 2. So these are 4 clusters. 4. You're going to pull that. Chain 2 to make a 5th cluster. 1, 2. Remember, a hexagon has 6 corners, Hence the 6 clusters. We need 6 corners. So I think we've achieved those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we have. We're going to pull this so that we now have a perfect circle. Close the circle like that. We're closing the circle, just pull this bit and we're done. Okay, let's carry on with the subsequent rows. So we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into the first double crochet. Remember the three chains that we made. So we are going to slip stitch into the top of the last chain. To slip stitch, you get into the double crochet, the chain rather, do that. Hope that is clear. So keep on pulling this so that the circle closes properly. Okay, so there we have it. We're starting now the next row. We're going to chain 3 to start off the row, and it will count as our first double crochet. So yarn over, get into the double crochet. Remember, you first got into the chain, the first 3 chains that we made. So you should have two double crochets. So we're going to enter into the chain to space with a double crochet and another double crochet. So we're going to chain 2 and enter into that hole with another double crochet. That's what we have. We're going to yarn over, get into the next stitch with a double crochet, yarn over, get into the next stitch with a double crochet. Then in the chain to space, we're going to go in with 2 double crochets. This is the first one. The second one, we first chain 2 before making the second double crochet, because we want to maintain a chain space for another row. I hope that is clear. Yarn over, get into the next stitch with a double crochet, get into the next stitch with a double crochet. Now enter into the hole with a double crochet. The hole has to have 2 double crochets. After the first double crochet, you chain 2, then you make the second double crochet. I hope that is clear. Then go into the next stitch with a double crochet, the next stitch with a double crochet. Then in the chain to space, you're going in with 2 double crochets. That's the first one, chain 2, then the second one. Yeah, double crochet. So that's basically the pattern. But next, the space, we're going to go in with 2 double crochets. This is the first. Before we go into the second, we chain 2, then do the second. Yarn over, get into the next stitch with a double crochet. In the next stitch also with a double crochet. Then in our last chain to space, before we start the next row, we'll also go into it with 2 double crochets. After the first double crochet of the chain space, you chain 2 before making the second one. Hope that is clear. You notice that the hole is enlarging. You pull this string to close it, so it may not get completely closed, but ensure that you achieve a small hole. It shouldn't be big. So that is it. So we finished our second row. To close it off, we're going to go into the first double crochet of the row, of the second row. We're going to go into it with a slip stitch, and that is it. Yeah, so if you're very observant, you'll notice that at every row there's an increase. Yeah, the first row had 2 double crochets before the next cluster, then this has 4 double crochets before the next cluster. So it's going to be a build up. So every row we're going to have an increase of 2 stitches. So the next one will have 6, and the one that comes after will have 8. We'll only make 4 rows. Chain 3. This will serve as our first double crochet. 2, 3. So before you reach the chain to space, this hole, you should have 3 double crochets. Then yarn over, get into the chain to space with the double crochet and another double crochet. So you chain 2 before making the second double crochet. Then get into the next stitch with a double crochet, then another one with a double crochet, another one with a double crochet, then another one also a double crochet. So by now you should have 4 double, you should be seeing 4 double crochets after the last one that you made in the space. You should have 4 double crochets. Okay, all together if you count them, they should be 1 2 3 4 5 and then 6. The first double crochet in the, okay, I think I'm confusing you, but let's first get it done and then I'll show you what I'm meaning. Remember when we said each row has an increase of two stitches or 2 double crochets? This is what I meant. So the first one had 2, and then when we went to the second row, we noticed that we added 2, these 2. Then when we went to the third one, you notice that we added 2 more, which makes it 6 if we count from here to here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. You see, so to ensure that you're on the right track, you should have something like this by now. Okay, without wasting time, let's continue. So basically you're stitching in you're putting a double crochet in every stitch, and then in that large space or chain to space, you're making 2. You're placing 2 double crochets in that big space. Yeah, after the first double crochet of the space, you chain 2 before making the second one. Pretty much that is it. So let's continue. Double crochet in every stitch. Then in the biggest stitch, we make 2 double crochets. So let's work our last chain to space. We're going with 2 double crochets. After the first double crochet, you first chain 2 before making the second double crochet. So if you notice there is space here, so we're going to stitch into this. We're going to make a double crochet before now closing the row. So by this time you should be seeing 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the chain to space on either side. So we're going to make a slip stitch into the first double crochet, which is the 3 chains that started the row. So we said we needed 4 rows, yeah, depending on what size you're looking for. Anyway, you can be less or it can be more. See, we already have 6 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make our last row. So to start every row, you chain 3. So that's our first double crochet. Second double crochet, third, fourth. So you should have 4 double crochets before getting into the chain to space stitch. And when you reach the chain to space stitch, you should have 2 double crochets after the first double crochet of the stitch of the hole. First chain 2 before making the second double crochet. But to finish, almost there. So we have finished off our row. Okay, not entirely, but finish it off. Of course, we're going to make a slip stitch into the first double crochet, which are the 3 chains that we make at the start of every row. So that's what we have. This hole is big. We're going to pull this to sort of tighten it. Then to close off the work, I discovered a way. So we're going to cut the yarn. So if you've been crocheting for a while, you know that you will, to close off or to finish off a project, you chain 1 and then you cut off the yarn. But in this case, you don't have to. We're going to cut off the yarn somewhere there. Yeah, we're going to just simply pull this. We're going to introduce a darning needle. So we're going to put this yarn into the darning needle. I want to show you a way that makes your work look very tidy, almost seamless. So this is what we have. We are going to count 1 2, the second stitch, yeah, from here, this second stitch, we're going to go in with the needle, then pull the needle. You have something like this. It's almost like a stitch. Then right here, in the front, right here, we're going to go in with a needle like this and pull. If you look at your work, it looks very seamless, almost like you didn't do nothing. Yeah. So we're going to go in with a needle like that. So this is what we have. See how neat that is. So yeah, we're going to cut the yarn and burn it. So this is what you would have. There should be 6 corners, as you can see. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what you're going to do, I'd earlier on done the other motifs. Let me get them here. So I'd already made the other motifs. So we need 7, like I said earlier. So this is how I choose to line them. Like that. Then one comes here. So I intend to achieve a hexagon. So this is going to be how our table mat will look. Yeah. So we are going to sew here like that. We're going to sew. Anyway, I think we should give it a go. So we're either it's up to you to choose whether to use a darning needle or a hook. So for me, I've decided to use a hook because I notice the result is better. So to do that, let me give you an example of how you'll do it using a hook. So we're going to do that and sew here. After that, we'll probably add this and sew here. Okay, let me give you an example. Yeah, we are going to go in the back loops. The back loops, yeah, and then slip stitch. Slip stitch, get into the next stitch, the back loop of the next stitch, grab the back loop of the other stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the slip stitch. Do the same. So every stitch should correspond to the other if you're going to achieve the best result. It's just that it's simple. Find it even faster to do than the darning needle. So you see, so look at our final work. See, so because we said this is going to be how we attach, this is going to be our next motif to attach. So remember that we're attaching from the back, so we are going to go like so, like here. So we're going to grab here, here, here. Please note the back motifs, rather the back stitches. Then grab this and this. A slip stitch. Grab this and this. Yarn over, make a slip stitch. So basically that's the drill. It's actually easy. After this second motif, I'll do the rest off camera, then I come back to show you our final result. So you see, this is what we have. See how neat that is? So basically this is it. This is what we're going to do. So let me come back and show you our final result. See that? See this work of art? Isn't this beautiful? Aha!